welcome to Pig Central with Full Cast. Today, it's the best time of the year for.
What's going on, Marty? You all right?
It was going for a while.
So you're questioning yourself.
I was waiting for the music.
A lot of self-doubt there.
Is it the best time of year?
Best time of year for hoops fans.
Question mark.
Playoff drama, buzzer beaters, all the chaos we live for. And if you're done just watching and ready to actually win some cash, you got to check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. Nobody's dropping better payouts than Pick 6. Hit 6 picks, and that's 25 times your cash. And if you beat your competition, you could be looking at a 500x bag in your pocket. New DraftKings Pick 6. New customers toss in just $5 on your first entry. And
I think
the TV
volume's
on
the TV, yeah.
Things, yeah, you hear that.
Oh,
Right?
I do hear it. Yeah.
Playoffs are on, so why not take a shot at making a little money while you're watching? Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app right now and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL. Play $5 and get $50 in bonus picks. Better payouts, bigger wins, only on Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Everyone in this room has done Pick 6. I went to Alaska for it, went to Nashville, we went to North Dakota,
South Dakota.
It's legal in a lot of states, tons of states. So go make sure that you go play it. It is fun. It's a little, maybe if you're like struggling, just picking some games heads up, go to Pick 6. It's nice. Lot more bang for your buck there, too.
And you can do it in Alaska.
Yes, you can. You definitely
Sure can.
You sure can. Did go there. All right. Big sports day to talk about. Big sports day. Congrats to Knicks fans. You have reached your first conference final in a long time. The city is awesome. It's crazy good video, guys. You did a good job going to capture that stuff.
Jets can't show them.
My favorite thing still is Bosco. Just like no caption, just putting clips out on your Instagram. You just don't know how to use Instagram. And my favorite
tells the
thing
story. It's gonna pop on the reels. You're gonna watch.
Tells the reels.
Yep.
tells the story.
Reels, man.
Yeah, like when you're watching the reels, dude. It's not. The Knicks win a close effort against.
That's
the Celtics.
not what I'm saying at all. You did
He's saying
4
you're
clips.
just not putting words on
You're
the.
just not putting any words.
You just
Pictures tell the story. Pictures tell 1,000 words. Isn't that true?
Videos tell more.
I know, 10,000 words probably.
So many words.
That's on you guys.
All I said was I enjoy when you do it.
I think they said the captions don't matter. I used to put the captions. They said it doesn't matter.
Who?
Social guys.
Oh, I mean, it definitely. I'm not even saying more of the captions. Just it was like you were just firing clips, and I liked it.
Yeah, because I was trying to get in it on like the day after. Like I knew like the time to capture it is one. You know, like I'm not gonna drag out a story. Like your wedding gonna go till what, August? With that shit? Like, it's beautiful. Spain here. Look at this. Shout out my cookie guy and this guy. All right, bud. Like, all right. No, you got all the side deals.
Wow.
You paid $3 for that wedding. You know how it works.
All right.
You paid $3 for that wedding.
You better not get me upset, Bosco. Don't get me upset.
That was great.
Good playful banter.
Bosco fighting back. I like it.
I mean, yeah, no, your Instagram's horrible.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Go Nate.
Oh, you're just firing that at me.
No, not at you. I had it at the window. We got.
How am
the
I
soft
supposed to
one.
know?
Yeah,
You. I was just like, what did I say?
you're like John Connolly in the car right now getting shot
You
at.
need to put captions on Instagram, or the reels just tell the story. Get out of here.
Fucking idiot. You really are an idiot.
For the record,
your own-
one of our social media guys just said you got to put the captions on.
All right, I'll
If
put
you
captions on.
just putting a video up with nothing going on and then you just put 4 of them up, it makes no sense.
It made less sense. he was in the mix.
How do we feel? How we feeling on winning? You beat the Celtics.
That was awesome.
Pretty fair and
great.
square. I know they beat. Jason Tatum wasn't there for 2 games, but
I guess 2 short too.
No, the Knicks won that.
It was never 2 games.
Like, I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Let's not.
I appreciate Clemmer saying that because some Celtics fans are starting to paint that picture. I
He
don't
was out for 5 and 6, right? 2 games.
well, I think
2.
Celtics fans, I would say the same thing. You gotta say something to stick up for your team, but like also you did beat the shit out of them with him on it. They didn't beat the shit out of him.
We won 3 games with them playing.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess the only thing I'll push back on, which is very light pushing back, is that the Celtics were not at full strength. Porzingis was sick. Brown had the bad knee, and Tatum missed the last game. But having said that, though, it's also the NBA, and you got to win those games. So like, you can I think the excuse game is kind of lousy. Like
So
the Knicks
every
won that
team is-
series.
Every team is banged up.
Every team's banged up, right? I mean, the Knicks, to their credit, have also stayed healthier this year than last year, and I think actually durability is an ability. Like being able to be on the floor is important. And we
The Knicks weren't last year, so.
And I'm not talking about the Tatum thing. That's different. But like Porzingis, never being able to really adjust from him, and he's been sick for a couple months now. We never were able to adjust
He's
with
got
it.
long COVID, right?
I don't know what he has, man. I don't know.
I'm not saying the other thing.
I don't know what's going on. He claimed
Twitter rumor.
he initially
I'm not saying
claimed initially said it was bronchitis. I don't know.
He's got the Magic Johnson.
Shout out to Mitch though, man. Mitch dominated. Well, that's
said
what we
I'm
were trying to
not
not.
Oh, God,
and
Rico.
you said it.
I was talking about his dick.
Oh, okay. All
right.
right. That's
I don't know.
He's got the Magic Johnson.
yeah. That's
No, it's cool.
you-
I saw way too many people
No?
shaming the Knicks celebration.
Like that pun?
It's such
Connor?
bullshit. Like celebrate your moments, man.
I don't know why.
Knicks haven't had shit to
I
celebrate.
mean, it's just like it's just
what we
because
do.
no one else can do that. You know, like if anyone else, what Celtics celebrate after they win, everyone celebrates.
wow. Let's pump the
Well, no,
brakes.
the
Pump the brakes for a second. The Celtics. I've been at a game where they won the second round, and we just went home. We went in our cars and drove home. We didn't like riot in the streets. Like that's
that's-
crazy. That's
that's
crazy.
up to
You're
you.
halfway there.
I mean,
I don't know if it's a
we're
riot.
away.
I don't know if it's a riot.
we watched you do it for the finals. Like you guys just don't really care that much.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's just like.
And
I saw
kind
that
of
video.
Well, no,
Like,
I know
everyone
you
just
guys
going like
keep
this.
keep
them
doing
going,
that
"Hey,
video.
congrats," and they all
like,
went home.
When we all had celebrated like quarters before because the game was over an hour and a half earlier. Like that's fine. I mean, you want to cherry pick that.
But also, it's like whatever you guys do, fine. But
Yeah.
what's it what the Knicks do?
No,
that
but like,
fucking
but I'll say this
celebrate?
though. That's fine, and I never want to be against people having fun. But I'll say this: Knicks fans, and Ed, this is really to you because you like to do this. You guys can never say someone's like a loser franchise. You can never shit on the Jets. You can never shit on the Mets for celebrating because what you guys did was so many levels below that.
Oh no, I'll still shit on you guys for it.
Well, then you're a hypocrite.
I don't give a fuck. You think I'm
Okay? No. I don't think you would be. You would be.
Well, the thing
Okay,
is
I don't give a
this.
fuck.
The thing is this:
Nah, what
if
do
the
I
Yankees,
care?
if we're celebrating beating the Guardians, like
We've done it.
going crazy,
we don't celebrate. Like,
going
it's-
crazy,
yeah.
I'd be like, all right, that's a little embarrassing. The Yankees are a franchise that wins. Like we've been here before. I
Right.
get that, but we still like celebrate it after. Like we're still like really excited to going to the World Series.
100%.
Like,
You should. Well, you're not going. This is going to be going to the LCS.
I know. I'm saying when we did go World Series, were really excited. Like I get it, but the Knicks haven't been here in
25 years.
25 years. What does it matter if they celebrate?
Listen,
after?
I think celebrating opening night against the Celtics was ridiculous when they did that. It was an unbelievable.
I think most people in that celebration will tell you
But
it
they-
was.
it was ridiculous.
Like,
but what I
that's
don't get is not
inconsistent.
why
Fun-shaming.
we're policing or like knocking enjoying the ride.
It's because they're miserable at home.
The Mets' best seasons in my lifetime are 06, 15, and last season. No championships. Knicks seasons, 94, wasn't old enough to stay up for the games. 99, barely remember it. This season, like, enjoy the ride. Like, only one team gets to enjoy a championship. Luckily, you got two with the Giants. That's about it. Like,
Completely agree, but then Yankee fans can't. Those same Yankee who are Knicks fans can't pat the head of the Mets and be like, "Oh, you guys are happy." So both things have to be true then.
I think you could take your Knicks hat off for a second. Like it is like, it's kind of funny that you are celebrating like this. After.
You're really halfway there.
But I also think it's also like I'm on both sides. Like I think it's completely fine. Like enjoy your moments. Like you haven't done it, go for it. But like it's also I think other fans can make fun of it.
I mean, I think just the ring culture is ruined. Like you can't make a peep unless it's either you win it all or just everything was a waste.
I think
it
that's
doesn't mean
stupid.
anything.
I think that's stupid.
All that stuff it's like polluted like fun. Like it's made the entire internet just like fun shamers. Like you can't celebrate a big series win when you were plus like 600 to win the series.
It's the
You, like-
greatest upset in NBA history that wasn't in the bubble after a second round.
It's true.
That's
it's true.
That's a statistical fact.
upset.
I just don't believe.
That
it.
wasn't
I know it's
after the
sad,
second
but I
From
don't
betting
believe
odds,
that.
that
It's
is
just
a
not.
statistical fact.
Like it's
do you
not
mean?
though.
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
Heat. I think the Heat beating the Celtics was like.
Not
wasn't the same
Not
odds.
even close.
I understand.
they'd already won
not
two
literal,
series.
but like you guys are not a little franchise. Like you
We were
have
plus
I
600. to
get
win
it,
the
bro.
series.
But you have like
No one was
like,
giving us a prayer.
I
This is
understand.
all like it's.
But like you guys keep saying it's the biggest upset. Yes, I get it's a big
It's
upset.
just a fact. It was one of the biggest upsets in.
Listen,
like,
let me
history.
finish. Let me finish.
Playoffs.
I get it. Plus 600, good for you guys. You guys are a 3 seed. You guys have 2 superstars on your team. It's not like this little team. Like I'm good for you guys winning. I think you should be.
This is bullshit.
How is this? Am I crazy?
Yes, I think you are.
You guys are acting like you're fucking the Wizards beating them. Like, I think you guys can celebrate. I wish
We haven't
you
won a
should celebrate.
championship in what?
No, but
40,
you should.
over 50
That's not the
years, almost 50
conversation I'm
years.
having, though. The conversation's different. You guys saying it's the biggest upset and whatever. I don't. That I could give a.
It's one of them.
That's more embarrassing to me than saying that than celebrating out there.
That's
You guys are a 3 seed playing a 2 seed with like a payroll that's very fucking big. It's not like it's like you're a.
I don't think we're
upset,
celebrating out
whatever.
there because it was an upset. We're celebrating out there
that's what I'm
because
saying.
we
It's
got
two-
to this point.
I'm saying it's
all.
different
I think it's all
conversations.
encompassing.
I think it's two different conversations.
It's Boston.
Yeah.
They were the reigning champs. Like it's the
That's
Knicks haven't
fine.
won in a long time. Like
That's
and
fine.
like the fact that like no one, like, I mean, 2 weeks ago they would have said anyone that was picking this would have said you were crazy.
I agree with that.
That's
Literally,
all
no
fine.
one was saying this was going.
I thought this was going to be so easy.
It was 2-0, and they were favorites still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we were 2-0 in Boston, and they were still favorites.
Down 20 in both
Like,
those games.
it was a massive upset. Like this, it was a historic series.
Yeah.
It's just a
That is
fact.
fine. That is fine. But just saying like it was like the biggest upset of all time. I get it was 600, whatever. It's just like you guys are a good team. Like it's not like it was like
But it's. I think the part that bothers me is you weren't saying that like before the series. You weren't saying we were good.
Yes,
you were saying we were going to get smoked.
No,
Everyone was saying
First of all, I never said they were gonna get smoked. You could.
I did.
They did. I never said that.
You weren't here. I guess you
also
weren't here for
wasn't
that
here.
like weeks. You would have said. it.
What do you mean? I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
We can assume.
I wouldn't have because I
I am
also
gonna
don't
say-
like the Celtics. Like it's
But
not like
they smashed us in the regular season. Like
I think the
no
Knicks,
one was
look,
picking.
I
it.
think. Oh, I'm not saying that I would have picked the Knicks to win. I'm not saying like I'm this.
But you would have said
guru.
Celtics
I
in
think-
like 5.
I think they were like
I don't think
22.
I would have. Like it. What?
No one was even like. I wasn't even seeing a lot of people saying like Celtics in like 6 or 7. It was like Celtics in 4 or 5.
Jerry Ferrara tweeted it that there were like 22 different experts on ESPN, and they all got the Eastern Conference semis wrong, both series.
Yeah, no one counted that. No one thought the Pacers
Everybody
would
picked the
win.
Cavs. Everybody picked the Celtics.
I mean, remember.
The Cavs
remember
are a little
here-
different too.
I mean, remember here we came into the the conference semifinals, saying like which one's most likely to upset, and just 3 of them just did it.
To be fair,
And all 4 of them almost
fair,
did.
you also said the Knicks couldn't really win.
I didn't think so. I
That's
didn't
like
think so.
you can't like go against other people saying that they couldn't win because you also said
I didn't
like,
think they could.
they're not a contender, which is fine. I'm just saying as long as
I
you
also did
say
on the
it,
show. I did say Knicks in 7 for the record.
yeah, but you said they weren't a contender.
I said Knicks in 7.
So I need to make sure.
No, he
everyone
right.
said that.
That's the thing. Is like I'll be the
Sure. I mean, who like it's my point of the celebration though is that like we like Knicks fans like no one like unless you were just willing it as like a fan weren't expecting it either.
I have
it
no
makes it
problem
that
with
much
it.
sweeter, that
I
much
got
more like.
Zero problem with celebration. I could give a fuck about that.
I don't either,
think it's-
except for the fact that some of those people I said will then shame shame Jets fans or shame Mets fans.
But it's you. I've seen you do the same exact thing where like you're shaming Knicks fans, but then you're doing the Mets thing. Like so that's hypocritical on your part.
Well, you're hypocritical on your part.
But that's what I'm saying.
thing
But
is-
you went out of your way to try to be like you're a hypocrite. Then like I don't care. If you're a hypocrite.
Mets fans.
That's just being a
aren't-
sports fan. You play whatever. It's the same thing as like.
No, well, I'll say this, though, Met-
but it's the same thing as if I started like trashing you with the Knicks, you'd start doing the Yankees thing with the Celtics. You have 27 rings, bro. Man.
I'll say this.
That's you know you.
No,
would.
that's
fine. That's sports.
I'll explain this though. Never have the Mets gone to the streets because they made the LCS.
But that's different though because
Like, it's such
No,
a
but
small
Clement,
thing
the
to
Knicks
do.
are the only
Like, you're
team-
halfway there, man.
But that's the only thing.
Yeah,
that
we're
the
not
Knicks-
split though.
That's the only thing the Knicks and New York
what's that?
has together.
The town split.
The Mets-
No fan base goes into the streets when they make it to the LCS. That's weird.
I mean, outside City Field is pretty wild when the Mets won Game 4 versus the Phillies. My mom was there.
I
2
would never
videos
shame
of
a
it.
team for celebrating any sort of playoff success.
I mean, I'm sure people were excited, but
But
like,
we're also talking about like in the streets. Like, yeah, the stadium's like right there.
That's
There
true,
are
too.
people, like-
That's
Yeah.
the thing. The
Also,
stadiums,
we're the
Garden, the
greatest.
Garden's location changes everything.
it really
Yeah.
does. It does.
There's-
It 100% does.
It's the
They-
biggest.
If you go out in the
rowdiest city
streets in Flushing, Queens, you get hit by a fucking 18-wheeler.
Right.
There's highways everywhere.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
it's true. It's true.
I mean, it's just the most. It's the like biggest city, the rowdiest fan base. Like it's part of it. Like you said, the location, everything. It's the one team in the city we all come together on.
I mean, the Jets.
it's the only
right, that's
thing we
true.
all come together on.
But like, I know people like to show the Jets. Jets have made it this far. I think 4 or 5 times in my lifetime. 3 that I can distinctly remember. And the Jets are a loser franchise for sure.
I think
Like I never once was drawn going into the
Basketball is
streets.
harder to do it though because I think you have to win 4 games. Like you can conceptualize your team winning 1 game. I think it's very hard to like when you see a team, like you said, like the Celtics dominate the Knicks that much in the regular season, it's hard to will yourself into beating them 4 times. I could convince myself, like in any sport, any underdog to win like 1 game with pros. But to win 4 is incredibly hard, and I think that's the difference, where even baseball, I understand it's multiple games, but I think in basketball it's so much harder. Like, it's so rare that you have a year like this where like none of the chalk is still there. In basketball, I think that's so rare.
I also think
compared
if
to
you
other
go
sports.
to any stadium, like if you went to a Pacers game after in Indiana, right outside the stadium, it's probably fucking insane. It's
It
they
definitely
won.
was,
It's
I'm
probably
sure.
It's just that it's in Indiana, and this is in the middle of 7th Avenue,
right.
where you have a homeless guy that's just like woken up, but he's probably celebrating too. Like, and also people understand now, like. There's a reason why you guys did a video, because people know that they're gonna go fucking crazy, and then now it's a thing. Like, that's just what it is now. It's like
It was like just go to 7th Ave. Like,
yeah, like it's become a thing now that they're gonna celebrate, and that's their thing, which I think is completely fine. I think it's different. Like, I know Meek saying his mom was there was funny, but after a game right outside Citi Field, it's probably fucking crazy.
I think there's a difference here, and it's not just that. Like, for instance, Meek today said he can't think straight.
That's stupid.
Because the Knicks are in.
Meek's brain was.
Knicks are like.
I can't think straight on several days. So
No, but you're saying basically you're so excited, which is a good thing. Like, you're so excited, like I'm so like focused on Knicks right now, I can't think, which is great. But like, it's also like you guys haven't done anything. Like that to me is crazy. Like
Meek was also acting like the game happened an hour ago.
this-
We had a whole weekend to
There's so much
decompress, and
time
we have a
off.
few more days
It's
before
uncharted
this starts.
It does
territory.
feel
I'm
like
sorry,
that
I've
was.
never been here
Does
before.
feel like that was a week ago. Weirdly.
but you
was
but you see how like like that's a little weird. Like said compared to like any other team making the LCS. If another fan base reacted that way, I think a lot of you guys are making fun of them.
I think it's just weak because we are a loser franchise, and it just means that much.
And I understand.
I think it truly.
Kevin
it
had a
means
good
that
video
much.
about it. Kevin's
I've
like,
been-
this is for us. It's not for you, which is fair.
I've been buzzing all weekend. Like, truly, I've been buzzing all weekend.
I love seeing,
I've just felt so good. Like, I've just been so happy. Like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
weekend.
for
I'm just
sure.
Like,
Oh,
holy shit!
I walked in with a smile on my face today. I love seeing Meek. You had a few of like.
I don't think you've ever walked in.
yeah, that's
Today I was
crazy.
Today I was happy.
I've been happy. It's
Actually, you were in a good mood today.
I've been happy. It's
I was in a good mood.
Smile. Don't get too crazy.
Smile, no, but like I wasn't bitter. But like Knicks fans just going back to their tweets being of guys they've rooted for in the past to show like
Oh my God.
I believed in Cam Reddish.
I believe in Langston
We had to deal with
Galloway.
Lance Thomas. Lance Thomas was the guy to address the crowd before the season started to be like, let's have a good season. That was our guy. At one point. Like
Listen,
that's how low we got.
you guys are already-
what were yours?
Langston Galloway.
Langston Galloway. You were like, he's improving. Like we were in the gutter for this shit.
You guys
I remember
are already
saying-
successful, right? This season's already a success, correct?
Yeah.
That's a good question, Marty.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
I think knocking out Boston.
I think it is not because
sure.
you got Boston.
we
but,
had talked in here, man.
losing to the Pacers.
Also, you guys want to level up.
think
Like, you know what I'm
Pacers
saying?
are
You're
good.
going the right
I
direction.
think the Pacers are good.
But is this a success though for them?
Losing to the Pacers.
I think. Well,
don't know.
things change when you go from like plus 600 to then you're like minus 150 in the next series.
Yeah.
Because now you went from like like the reason it was so sweet is because no one expected.
Now the
it.
pressure's
now,
on, yeah.
Now we do have the pressure now.
Windows
100%.
in the NBA can close so fast. Like Denver's title
100%.
window is probably
Yeah.
closed.
Celtics are in trouble.
Your guys are like you guys are a little older.
Yeah,
Like your stars.
Not old.
Well, no, we're all like
Older,
late 20s.
20, I'm saying like it's not OKC. Like
It does
you
help
have a-
financially. They're all
longer-
locked in.
Yeah, you guys can bring the same
We're in
team
a
back
good
now.
They're in a good spot.
And that's the thing too. That's the exciting part, obviously. But Tatum being done, and Boston's gonna have to rework things.
Yep.
And the East is just not
Right,
good.
right. Like
Cooper Flag's out still out
Cooper's
west.
going out west. The second pick's going out west.
Even the second pick going out west.
Right. So
Isn't it
like
crazy?
you're seeing, and who knows where Giannis goes? If Giannis goes out west, like there might.
Giannis is going east. He'd be.
He should be. He
He'd be
should.
an absolute idiot.
He absolutely should.
No, but
I'm
like
saying
you get
it's
the
a
Rockets and
possibility.
Spurs might have more to offer.
I'd still
I'm just
rather
saying
go.
Don't rule out Giannis going out
You
west.
don't know.
Don't rule that
It's a
out.
possibility.
I wouldn't rule it out, but I'm
the Knicks
saying
have
I'd rather.
You know, there's an opportunity here.
Especially if you give a fuck during the regular season and you stack wins when nobody else cares. Like you saw that this year with the Cavs as well. I mean, the Cavs are a good team, but the Cavs gave a fuck in the regular season. We're like, we're going to get the number. You can get the number one seed. You know what I mean? So the Knicks can do that. You talk about going back to like, guys you believed in. I still remember being mad. I've talked about it a bunch of times. Being mad. I thought Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari,
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
and whatever was too much
Will
for,
the thrill.
for Melo. I was like, we gave up too many pieces
was.
around for Melo. I remember
love
we should have waited and got Melo and built it around those guys, but all those guys ended up sucking. So it's
One of those pieces became Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think you guys.
I remember like fucking like Willie Hernan Gomez and fucking like
I mean,
Mindaugas,
Copeland.
Kuzminskis.
dude, like Ignas Brasdakis or whatever he say his name.
Iggy.
Well, listen, this is getting sad
remember
now.
Ron
What you guys are doing
But
is
this
sad.
this is like
Yeah, I get
I worked
it.
25 games when David Lee and Nate Robinson were the stars. Legitimately.
It's
stars.
honestly
that
more
was a bright spot
embarrassing
at the
for
time
like
too. It's
the
crazy.
Knicks. Are just
Dennis Smith Jr.
embarrassing.
I was like, all right, this guy can dunk.
So back to Marty's question though, is this a six? Let's say you guys lose in say 6 games to Pacers. It's a good series, but you guys lose. Is that a
Before you
successful
answer,
season?
I do think like it. I get what you guys mean. It was an upset, but like you have a superstar team.
But see, it's like people.
You do.
But I feel like even it's taken like the playoffs to give Brunson like that type of like now because now everyone.
You have to earn it.
I think people are stupid if you didn't think Brunson was.
No, but
a
I think people.
superstar
But now you're
last
seeing.
year.
But now you're seeing people be like you're seeing a lot of people start to give him the respect of like.
That's how it works, though.
I haven't seen like a playoff killer like this since like
Marty,
Kobe and
literally a
like
month
prime
ago-
Damian Lillard.
A month ago, we were debating who's better, Cade Cunningham or Jalen Brunson. Like that was a legitimate debate a month
Yeah,
ago.
I'd still rather Cade Cunningham.
And I think you're wrong
Wow.
For 1 year or for the future?
22 years
for the
old.
rest of their careers.
Oh, Cade Cunningham.
So stupid.
Not even a question.
That's so stupid.
Not even a question. And only because it aged me. It's not because
Come on.
it's not.
Yeah,
How many,
I
how
think
many
that's
more
the
years
point
is he
where, like,
younger? How old's Cade? 24? No,
20
21.
straight,
22.
23.
Is he really
I forgot he came out of I forgot he came out of college in 1 year.
22,
Yeah,
I think.
forgot he came out of college in 1 year. I'm doing the math.
Oh, I know. I'm not.
and he keeps getting better. Like
Cade's
that's a
23 and Jalen's 28, I believe.
yeah. That's not a question.
You're trading
that's not-
5 years.
I'm getting 5 years. And also a kid that keeps getting better.
And Cade's also
That's
on
not
a.
Jalen keeps
that's
getting
not a
better.
knock on Brunson.
No, it's not.
and that's not like a gassing
No,
up.
not at all.
No.
Cunningham. That's just legitimately. You have a really good 2013 car, and you have a really good 2022 car. That's what, or 6 years.
This is
whatever
the
that is.
exact argument I've had with my friend group for years, and it started with it was Dame versus Halliburton. Who would you rather have for the rest of their careers? And this is a few years ago. So like Dame is not cooked at that
Right,
point,
right.
but it's still Halliburton. Of
course.
because he's so fucking young and he's improving and he's good.
You get in a car with less miles. That's all it is.
Also, look at Cade this year. Look at the team he had, and he played great.
Yeah.
That team is not good.
That's not honestly. It's not fair to Brunson to make that comp. That's a disservice to Brunson, who's very good, who deserves a
yeah,
better
no,
comp.
listen, Brunson is like
That's unfair to him.
he is a superstar. I think 1,000%. But like, I don't know. Like you also traded for another superstar in Cat, which is he's great. You got Mikal. Like you guys had a great offseason, which
Let's also give
some
Cade.
you guys did not like. That is a fact. You guys did not like the trade. True.
At the time, it's crazy. At the
all
time, I
didn't like
loved
it.
it. And during the season, I hated it.
I know
and
you
then
didn't like
the
it.
Pistons.
I didn't love it initially, but it was more the knee jerk, and then the contract thing. I understood it because it was Randall on basically an expiring, or Cat with like 4. He was a little bit younger, and it was like 4 years of control.
take that.
I think
So
it was-
once I realized the contract thing, I was a little more like into it. But
The Cat trade
I was
on board
I admittedly like was not like a huge Cat guy like coming into the season.
same, but I knew they had to move on from Randall because the Randall stuff just had it just wasn't gonna work.
I was just before the Cat trade, I was excited to see them kind of run that like the January team with it, just because they played so well with that unit. But obviously, I mean, it's worked.
Bridges trade I was uneasy about.
That still also
That's
might
still
not be great.
That's still not.
That might still not be great.
Yeah.
He's up and down a little.
He's so up and down,
He's
but
not like he's been really good some games that he's
He's been
won you guys
in the
games.
Celtics series, he was clutch.
But then some of the times he was really bad.
He's up and down, but we do not beat the Boston Celtics without Mikal Bridges.
I agree.
And I think
Defense
that's
is very
entirely
good.
worth the
Yes.
5
And that was like
that's
you-
not
I
true.
think it's worth 5
No,
first round
that
picks
is
to win
entirely
win the
true.
second
now
round.
think about this. This
You
year
have
not-
to
It's to beat the
Boston in order
champs.
to win.
No. I agree with him. The whole
All
what I was
five
going
are
to say.
worth that?
You make like the reason the Knicks made that trade was to beat the Celtics, to get like a prime wing defender who can also shoot it a little bit, who can score, who's just available. The guy just never misses games. Like
Yeah.
the whole move was made like especially in the Eastern Conference, you see the Celtics team who also is young, obviously pre like Tatum injury and all this stuff. Your move was like, we have to beat the Celtics somehow. We have to find a way. And that move was like, fuck it, we'll give the extra pick or two because we think this guy can get us over the hump. And he does that. I think the trade definitely makes a lot more. Like, I don't know how you can say now that it was like a disaster. Like, it basically did its job in terms of
No,
had to
it's
beat
not
the
a
champs.
disaster.
It's more just
Had to
like-
beat the champs.
it's just
Like,
more
Those picks
not-
are also
we did it.
not lottery picks.
No, they're not.
Well, they might be.
Probably not.
It probably won't
Oh,
be.
we can worry
Why?
about 2030 and 2031, like when those
Your
years
team,
happen.
I mean, you
I'm
say,
on
you
both
say that, but that's a
sides, though.
dangerous.
I'm okay with the fan. Like as a fan, it's helping me right now. I
It's a win now. It's a win now.
I also get like
And they are winning now.
Five years from now, that's-
5 first-round picks.
I'm not worried about that. Like
I'm not
make
either,
that
yeah,
move.
it's-
That's fine.
To increase your window.
Yes.
To win a championship.
I agree.
And they are literally doing that right
The guy
now.
with the Bridges, who also like, what is he? 28.
Yeah.
Like,
problem is, if you
their whole
don't-
core. I think Hart's the oldest one in the core. He's 30.
Here's the only reason I don't love it so much is
Just
you
turned
guys
30.
still would have had those 5 picks, and maybe you could have done that for Giannis or somebody else.
That's a legitimate argument.
That's fair.
That's the question.
That would've-
But
that
presently,
was-
right
that was
now,
actually-
I'm good with this.
If you lose this one though, it's like, fuck, because now it's like you're tasting it, right? You
say-
lose to the Celtics, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
lost
But
to
the window's there still.
Yeah, it is. You guys will be really good next year.
There, but
Well, like,
this
because the team is still
season
young.
is-
Like, the team is
like,
still on the younger side.
You guys might be the favorites in the East next year,
This is
unless
worse
That's what I'm
crazy
saying.
six.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I don't think so.
It depends. It all
Why?
depends how things shake
it's-
out.
Is the Celtics really going to blow it up?
No, it doesn't
they
matter
just
what.
don't
Tatum
have
away.
Tatum.
They don't have Tatum.
That too. But they were saying they were going to trade Brown as well.
I don't think they trade.
They
Brown.
will have to move
They'll trade
a
something. They
bigger
don't have
piece
to do anything, but
to make this
Yeah,
work.
that's more of what I'm asking. I know
Porzingis-
Tatum's out, but
thought they had
Porzingis,
to
Derek
trade-
White, Drew, Jalen. One of those guys is gone.
probably.
One of those 4
Doesn't
guys.
have to be, but it probably will.
I feel like probably Derek White.
I would agree with you.
Well, he has the most value.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're
'cause
really trying
Holiday's
to
too
get
old.
something back,
Someone might take Porzingis. Like they're not as much.
They're not going
value,
to get anything
but, like,
for him.
He's,
That's
Yeah.
he's,
He can
he's
run.
expiring. He's an asset. Like it's crazy to say,
I
but
know.
1 year, $30 million. He's
He is.
He's
There
the-
are
expiring. That's fair.
there
Drew
are-
Holiday is a bad contract.
Regardless,
He's old. It makes a ton of
I
money.
don't know how you trade.
even if you
Drew.
brought back the whole roster minus Tatum, I still think the Knicks are favored in the Eastern Conference next year.
It's really just what they think, because they're still going to be high in the Cavs.
Yeah.
Cavs should still be.
Yeah.
hot.
I'd imagine they're probably going to keep their core.
Cavs got hurt. Like we have to.
I've given the Cavs respect. I think they
you have to give them
probably.
respect. They got hurt, and I still think they're missing something, but they got hurt.
I guess if the Pacers sweep the Knicks too, or the Pacers beat the Knicks in 5, that might change things too.
Here's a good thing about this matchup, and we'll talk.
And I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm saying if it did.
I think this
Brunson
is 6 or
kills
7
the
no matter
Pacers.
what.
Brunson's they don't have an answer for when Nemhard does not cover him well.
They're gonna put Neesmith on him.
Like good, like that it's whatever it is. It's better than what Boston
Yeah.
was doing against him. Boston was killing him.
Yeah,
think
and then
And
it
he
opened-
still would win, but it was hard. Like I think it's going to be easier for him
I
against
think this will be
Indiana.
a big cat series. Like we can obviously go
I think
into
so,
more of
too.
that. but, like,
Siakam's your problem. I think Siakam's going to have a good series.
if we have OG on him,
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know. OG just
think
eliminates you.
Yeah,
Siakam the only major
Siakam's
player.
really good.
Siakam is the only,
Nemhard is an outstanding basketball player.
is Siakam the only major player left that has like a ring?
Oh, there's a ring.
OG has a. He didn't play in that run, but he does have a ring.
Okay, I'm thinking about either East or West.
Alex Caruso has a ring.
Yeah, I was thinking major player, but
I mean, Alex Caruso is
fair, that's fair.
He's probably
Yeah.
their second
fair.
best player in that series.
and if the Knicks don't win it, I did see this. If the Knicks don't win it, we'll get a first-time champion. I could be wrong.
well, the Thunder have this.
you
That's
got-
not really true. The
you gotta count
Supersonics
his
won in
first time.
'79.
you got,
I don't think you do have to count as the first time actually. I
But,
think you're wrong.
Also,
I mean, it's
wouldn't it be
Oklahoma
the
City. It's a new
Thunder's first?
franchise.
It is a whole different
Not a new
city.
franchise. It's the same franchise.
I mean, regardless, it'll be a city that hasn't won a championship in at
new
least
city.
like
It's a
48
new,
years.
Like it's a new city and team. It's not like it's the
Pacers never
Seattle
won
Thunder.
one, right?
It's
It's not like they moved down the street.
Timberwolves haven't either.
I will say that that franchise
you
technically
know,
has one.
yeah, that's a no-brainer.
You wouldn't count it as a new one. You're insane.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You're so stupid.
Well, the thing is, they kept.
That's a you thing.
No, maybe I guess, but they kept.
Thunder.
It wasn't like they had a whole new roster. They still had the roster brought up. Like you know what I mean? Like things
But
still
it's
continued.
Like, the Thunder itself has never won.
The Oklahoma City has never won. I'll say that.
You're the worst.
I know, but like that stuff's important to me. History's important to me. So no, I think it does. I think it does. But no, either way, we're getting a. It's either way. Like even the Knicks win. They haven't won since '72. Like you have to be old as fuck to remember that.
We talked the Nuggets game.
Yeah,
Wait,
disappointing
before we
game
move on
set.
to that, can I just play one video from Friday night?
Sure.
Fuck the Pacers and fuck Jeff Nadeau! Let's go! Yeah, let's go! Fuck Al Horford!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lunatic.
That's all I wanted to show.
All right.
Thanks, Meek.
Thanks for that, Meek.
I had to get it in there to see
Do you have
Bosco.
any answers to that, Bosco?
Bosco is
Phil's
shipping.
trying to get back on the good side. After, you know what I mean? He was acting a fool at the end of the series. I think we're back to being good, but he's trying to score brownie points.
He was acting a fool to you?
To everybody. He was doing fucking fake Twitter things during Game 5.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Acting a fool.
I was saying, you guys are on the same
Forgot about
side. You should be.
He was acting up.
Actually, it worked.
Did something stupid Game 6, I think, too.
What a game 6 they played.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Game 7, snooze fest. What?
Disappointing. I was
Came
gonna-
out
My guy showed
fire.
up. My guy showed up.
He did.
I can't say the same about the rest of the team.
You didn't answer my question. Have you had sex with Christian Braun?
That's a good question.
Because I've never seen. I saw it. I'm like, they lost by 30.
He showed up.
What? Did he?
Five.
He was 2 of 9 from 3.
5 guys on the court. He showed up.
He was 2 of 9 from 3.
He played fine.
He played really good at
It
first.
wasn't the reason they lost,
Yeah.
but they were running on fumes. No, Denver was running on fumes.
That's why, like, I'm gonna be honest. I like the Timberwolves this series.
I think it goes 7. I like Thunder in 7. I think the Timberwolves make it a dogfight.
Marty, guess who had the second worst plus minus on the Nuggets?
Oh no.
There's no way. There's no way it could be. There's
Oh,
There's
no.
no way.
Negative 28.
All right, but how
Only
many?
one worse was this was impressive. I saw this on the way to work. Westbrook only played 22 minutes at a negative 34.
That's insane.
He was so bad.
That's actually impressive.
he was
cover-
so bad.
Hold on.
It's hard to do.
CB can't cover all 5 guys on the court.
Minus 28 is not good though.
Phil, run the highlights. Let's get the tape and break down the
Aaron
film.
Gordon on
Who
one
else
hand
scored? But
was
he
a
has
minus
nothing to
nine.
do
Aaron Gordon
defensively.
did whatever he
Aaron
could.
Gordon was
Gordon.
on one leg.
Bullshit. He should.
And I was MPJ had one arm.
Aaron Gordon only had a -9.
Yeah.
He had
On one
11
leg.
rebounds.
Yeah.
He came out and gave him everything he could for the first quarter
did.
and a half.
That first quarter, I was like, what's happening here? Like, I was writing in the group, like, Jalen Williams, we have to investigate him. And all of a sudden, the moment I sent that text,
He went
Had
off.
17
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
second quarter.
he was just like, all right, I'm back. Oh, I don't know where he was for 4 games,
I
but
think the Timberwolves are just so physical that it's gonna give OKC a little bit of a problem. Like, because that series does not make me want to trust OKC to be completely fine to the finals. Because
It's a much better matchup for OKC. I think OKC wins this
Why?
because I think Denver is the worst matchup possible for OKC.
Why?
Like Jokic is such an unusual guy to have to cover and deal with. That like when he goes off, it's such an interesting force. Where Minnesota's, I think, is a more standard, a more typical, traditional
They don't
matchup,
ha- they
and I
don't-
like that better for
Thing with
OKC.
the Nuggets. They don't like Jamal Murray played fine. Like
He had some good games.
he was missing yesterday. Though.
The Timberwolves have so many more options where it's like Randall played great against
Up
the
to
Warriors.
Randall.
Anthony Edwards is going to get his no matter what. And it's honestly like if DiVincenzo can figure out how to play basketball again, that could be huge for them.
They have good supporting characters, too. Nas Reed,
Reed's great.
McDaniels. So
That's what, I think they're just physical, and I think that's going to hurt
Conley.
OKC a little bit. Like Hartenstein
Thunder can bang a little bit too though. Like they're just deep as hell.
That's,
I think having Hartenstein for them is huge with the physicality. Like he's a guy that can actually hang.
Yeah.
And I think you see it yesterday. I saw the big when they took Shea out for the beginning of the second quarter, and then put him back in. You saw the flip just switched. They just can't guard him. And I don't know. I mean, I think the Timberwolves play better defense than Denver, but I just don't know if you have a real answer for that.
Edwards needs to not. There's too many times where he's just off to the side and not.
does a little bit.
He's got to be so locked in for every single game of the series. They want a real chance.
I think Thunder in 5.
No.
I thought that last series, to be honest with you, I
Dude, they show a lot of, I don't know what gives you that confidence. They showed a lot of
I think they're really good, Marty. I think they're
Obviously, they're really
no, but
good.
but I think they're exceptional. And I think sometimes
What happened last year?
they have lapses. But
That's the problem with 5. That's where I think it's gonna.
But I think the Denver matchup, I said, was the worst possible situation. They still got out of it okay. It went 7, but
Not okay.
It took care of business. So
I think they got out of it okay.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying though. To say in 5 when the Timberwolves have also been playing real.
Timberwolves have been awesome.
I think you're giving them a little less.
I might be. But I'm not high on the Thunder.
I respect your confidence. Like I said, I'm going 7 just because I think I agree. I think the Thunder are great. There is a little and I think it's their youth. I think is really what it is. They're the youngest team in the NBA.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna I think there are gonna be times where, for example, what was it, game 1 or 2 that they had game 1 they had the crazy lapse. They lose the game. The rug got pulled in front of them. It was what happened? They just lost. And then they come out. They had game 2. They beat them by 40. Game 7 they beat them by 40. I think it was all there. I give the Nuggets more credit. They even made it a series.
100%.
I think that was a heroic effort from Jokic and Murray.
All of them.
And Aaron Gordon
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yep.
Brown was awesome.
They're playing fucking Strother.
That should have been a 5-game series that they just willed it to 7.
Yes.
That's what I wrote down. Yeah, it's an achievement to get to 7.
I give Denver a ton of credit. And that's
too.
Jokic is, and I agree with what Clemmer's saying. Jokic is that good that I think he just willed it to make it as far as he could, and then they were hurt. They had nothing for.
Also, you got to remember they went. That's why everyone was shitting on me at the Beck Gala. Ev being in the forefront, he was starting message boards and Twitter threads.
Why are you bringing this
I
up?
just disagree
mailing
with
shit
this.
to my
All I did was
house.
disagree with the pick,
He's mailing shit to my house,
and they were up 15 like the whole game.
They
and then just blew it at the
They
end.
did win on a short turnaround to open the series as well. To that point, at the end of the series, they were all
Yes,
burnt
true.
down.
Yes.
But they were like, everybody was like, they're dead in the water to start it, and they were like, nah, start it with a bang. Like, hey, we're up 1-0. So yeah,
I
I
thought
think this
game
Nuggets
2's
team,
result was going to be game 1's because of that quick turnaround.
right?
Yes.
That was yeah.
I'm going to say it right now.
Coach Adelman proved himself too that he's coming back for sure. I wonder.
They
what
love
that
him anyway. They
I
love
wonder
him.
what that roster looks like next year because they got to change something.
New GM.
Let's get a coach.
No, I think that guy stays.
He's staying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you think he stays?
Staying.
I think getting.
I
pushing
What's
him
this
to
guy's
7.
name? What's this guy?
It's Rick Adelman's son.
Yeah.
All right, see, because I actually
Is it
just
Kobe? Is it or
Forget.
something?
I was wondering if it was related. I knew it wasn't Rick Adelman.
No.
But I just literally, like hours ago, just saw the TikTok of Jason Williams saying, shout out to Rick Adelman when he was in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And he was a very positive guy. So I would imagine, and that's what I kind of said Friday, like that changing of the guard, I wonder if it was just a little bit looser with that. And that's the mentality with these
That's what it seems
Adelman
to be.
family. It seems like they're just a little bit, players, coaches, a little looser, not a lot of pressure, and the guys respond to it and like it. So
He would have had to get blown out in the first, like get swept in the first round for him not to come back. Denver is very high on him. Ownership loves him. People in charge seem to like him. So I would be stunned if he's not the coach.
Before, right after this, I want everyone's NBA. I want the matchup, what everyone thinks it's going to be, championship. NHL playoffs are here, which we're going to talk about as well. The only place to buy hard-to-get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets. Prices on the app go down closer to the puck drop. You can save up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets. You know what? Let's bring up. You have Game Time up? Anyone have Game Time up real fast?
I can get it up, yeah. We got a day off today, no Merles. But
Game Time had me in
Obviously a lot
Yankee
of
Stadium last night.
That's right. You were at the game last night.
Oh, they were so clutch for me at Game Time. The best. Great seats.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that real fast,
Dude, the Subway Series.
You bought them right before the game.
Right before the game, I was coming from nephew's baptism. We had to turn the day around because obviously that was long. And
Obviously, that was a disaster.
that was my nephew started crying. It started a chain reaction.
No.
Everyone's baby. The priest lost the whole room.
it's hard to get private baptisms, too.
Sure. I don't really know much about it, but yeah, there was 4 going on,
Well, that makes sense.
and yeah, we turned it around. We went to Yankee Stadium last minute. It was beautiful Game Time.
Shout out to Game Time.
127.
Panthers at Hurricanes, get in price $138. Oilers at Stars, get in price Wednesday $186.
That's nothing. That is nothing.
Playoff game?
That's
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, okay, it's like
Shout out to
conference
Game
finals,
Time
right?
for even letting you get in for that. That's actually a steal. So go to that. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code spell out PICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time.
2 quick things before you get into the NBA thing, because I think they'll get lost in the shuffle. Or maybe 3 things. I texted Whitney last night, and I was
Wait, we're going to go to NHL right after this.
oh. No, you said you wanted an NBA
I
prediction.
just want. That's it.
Why are you
And
talking
then-
NHL?
And then I'm going to go to NHL.
Okay. I didn't. What are you going to talk about the NHL?
Game 7 of.
Yeah, well, this relates to Game 7.
I understand. But that's what we're going to talk about it.
Okay. All right, I'll do the other ones then.
Can we just do the? I'm done with the NBA after everyone just picks your futures.
Yeah, but these ones are super quick.
Can you just fucking? Who do you think is going to win? And who's going to be in the NBA championship?
Knicks, Wolves.
I think this Knicks Pacers series is 7 games. Pacers win. Pacers Thunder. Thunder win it all.
Knicks Wolves.
Thunder Knicks. I think both these conference finals go to 7.
I think if you look a little bit at the history of Barstool, I think New York City, Oklahoma City, big time rivalry. I could see New York, Oklahoma City in the finals.
Something else.
Now Bosco. I know you.
Well, I have my prediction.
How about Meek?
Oh, Meek. What's yours?
And she goes Pacers.
Knicks, Wolves. I do have a Timberwolves that I want to give that maybe can shift some minds. They're 30-6 in their last 36 games that Julius Randle plays in. So
yeah,
they've
they've been good for a long time.
They've been one of the
now.
best
Yeah.
teams in the league for like a decent chunk of the season.
So you guys all just gonna take series money line then, because it'd be pretty profitable if you
I
take
like the
Timberwolves.
I think Minnesota has
Except for
what
you,
it takes
Ev.
to match up. I'll take the value.
What's the
There,
series?
there was
spread?
part of
I'll
me.
probably
I the first thing when it came out, I looked at trying to get Timberwolves plus 2.5, but it was minus like 160 still. That wasn't quite. I was looking for like a little better than that.
Yeah.
Minnesota is plus 265 to win the series. I'm tempted to pull the trigger on that. I'm gonna wait a bit.
I might even if I really think it's going to be 7 plus 3.5 is plus money, but I just wanted that because 6 wouldn't shock me.
I grabbed the Pacers series line plus money.
I just think that Oklahoma City going to 7 games.
Surely that's not a hard bet.
No, I think the teams are really matched. Whoever had the plus money is going to take.
Not many people are talking about the Pacers. I will say that.
Like the Pacers,
I respect
Pacers are
the
good.
hell out of them.
I do too. I think
you all,
they're really
you all
good.
do. I understand. I'm not
they're
saying
very
you guys,
good.
but I don't think
We know
A
it
lot of-
firsthand from last year
I
too.
don't think a lot of people are respecting them besides you guys.
I agree with that.
You think Pacers at plus money is a bad bet?
No. I just think you're.
It is a hard bet. Of
you-
course it is.
Yeah.
I have-
That's a Meek Phil line in the sand.
I had no issue with the Knicks before Beak.
I wouldn't be shocked you show up with a Pacers
No,
jersey.
no, it's not my. It's Bibs. It's not.
See,
my,
they're wearing
I'm
yellow
dead.
the whole series.
You guys beat
that?
me. I'm done.
Pacers are wearing the yellow jerseys the whole series.
Oh, all right.
The NBA wants them to wear just the regular jerseys, no alternates. It's iconic, ethical jerseys only for the conference finals
Ethical.
and the finals.
Ethical.
Yes.
Why is it
no
ethical?
gimmick jerseys.
That's it's a new kid's word.
No Indiana spray paint jerseys.
Ethical's a kid's word.
I'm saying it's like a new like the young. It's like the new hot like. They're like, for example, they sort of like Cade Cunningham plays ethical basketball.
You know what my mom told me this weekend? She told me to put the fries in the bag.
Damn.
Oh no.
And she did not understand what it meant. I go, Mom.
Oh, she just threw it out there.
She thought it meant like I was telling a story. She thought it meant like land the plane.
Wrap
like,
it up.
land the story.
Wrap it up.
I was like, Mom, you should not be saying that.
Oh.
Like that means like go get a job. Like
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Block.
Yep.
You know, like you got just Ma, you gotta check with me before you start using these slang words.
At which point though is like Meek too old to start using this? Like Meek's almost. Wait, Meek, you're pushing, getting the coast up there.
Meek's with the
27.
kids.
Yeah,
yeah, you get there.
But
Close to
Meek's
30.
was,
You
gotta
was
remember.
raised by the internet.
he's never gonna grow up. He's eternally 23 years old.
That's
Really?
true. Rico, tell us your 6 things.
No, not 6. The Preakness was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know how they didn't throw it out. They looked like a ball fight halfway through.
Yeah.
They were fucking banging.
I can't believe the horses stayed upright.
Yeah. I had 9-1 that I needed, which would have been huge because I said I pick on names. I don't know dick. But I liked I don't even remember his name now. Cosgrove, Gosner,
Oh, Gosger.
I liked Gosger.
Gosger almost won.
And then I know, and then 1 was right there too. So it is what it is. But
Does
yeah,
that make you okay with the winner from the Kentucky Derby not racing in it? Because it was so like
so
crazy
exciting.
and like like people banging into it, like he might have got hurt.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's stupid no matter what.
It would have been.
What's the point of winning?
It would have
better
meant
story,
more
yeah.
though if he was still in the running for Triple Crown.
That's why I
though.
don't get why. I understand if he's. I don't know.
I also
don't understand
like. I'm
any
not
of
the.
I don't want to
biggest-
hurt horse running though. You don't want to put the horse in a bad spot.
it. Is it definitely hurt?
I don't know, but if
They
there
said, I
was
don't think they
any,
said it was ready. Like it wouldn't be. I think it's been more of a thing now. Elliot was kind of talking about it that they usually do. I'll give Elliot credit. He picked the
2 for 2.
He picked like the winner. The winner was chalk, but he picked the winner with the right second.
Did
place.
Elio?
He's gone. Yeah.
Elio actually bet it himself because he's usually a guy that he'll like say it and then fuck it up and pick somebody.
No, he did.
He seemed pretty happy on Saturday.
Because he gave the good analysis, like when he journalism was in, he was like, this horse is racing again because it's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, they would only do this,
And
if
he
it's
only
gonna win.
he
and then he
yeah.
gave the second horse that was like 18 or 20 to 1.
Yeah, the long
as
shot.
the number 2, and they came in
Oscar.
second.
He keyed journalism over maybe only 1 or 2 horses and did hit the exacta. Now his 2 exactas have paid a combined like $66 on
Off
each
two.
$2. I'm not knocking him, but
this one it was. I'm not knocking him, but I'm gonna. It wasn't that long. I mean, this one I guess with both it was what? It was like 17 to 1, 18 to 1.
yeah, $2
With the
exacta
one in the
paid
2?
$33, which is usually how you standardize it. So
are they doing Belmont up at Saratoga?
yeah,
I love that
Why?
because they're
Oh, it's not ready?
they're redoing.
Belmont's being redone,
they're redoing
and
it.
Saratoga's like classic. Saratoga's sick.
Oh, Saratoga's. It's the only race I've
They
been
do
to
that last
and
year,
it's
too?
The best.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Um,
gonna be. Great.
Elliot is going for the Triple Crown himself.
Yeah,
That's what people should be talking about.
Oh, he won the Kentucky Derby.
What's that?
He won the race.
Yeah, he picked the right. Yeah.
Damn, so we're all gonna have to ride whatever he decides.
Oh yeah.
I was on sovereignty with him.
Yeah.
I didn't bet the Preakness at all.
PGA was boring.
I forgot it was on.
PGA was boring.
Yeah, not good.
Wasn't even
Scotty
Morikawa.
sucks.
Morikawa
I tweeted-
sucks.
I had Scheffler, but you don't even get like excited like
Scheffler's not a fun
celebrating
bet.
it.
Dude, I tweeted it the
robot.
Friday.
Hit plus 600.
I'm
like,
living and dying with Morikawa on Friday, and I'm like, halfway through, I go, this is pointless. Scott, you could pull
Yes.
the tweet. I go, Scotty's going to win this thing. Like, this is,
Everyone, it's just
and that's not going on a limb, but like, is it like bad for golf a little bit that he's like,
no. He has,
He hasn't
that's how
won.
dominant
Had
he
he
is.
won this year before?
No, but he's
No.
no, but
so
he's
it's
been,
no.
he's been
I know,
top
he's saying
three,
majors.
he's
like
only won.
everything.
He's only won 3 majors. Like it's not like he's
Yeah.
won like
Right.
9 majors and like 3.
Yeah.
Depends if he's
Kind of crazy. He's only won 3.
I know.
It feels like more. It's because he won so many tournaments. He won the FedEx.
He
like-
did. He did.
Yeah, that's
when
what it is.
When then they showed his chase for the career slam, he's only won 2 of them.
yeah.
He's won the Masters twice in this. You would think. I don't know. That caught me off guard a little bit. I watched the
I
big
saw someone
tournaments.
post this one, a nice run of like stars winning, where I think the last like 6 or 8 majors have basically all been won by Bryson, Xander Schauffele, Rory, and Scheffler.
Friday-
was
like
charging.
basically like all the top like 5-10 players have just been winning all the majors.
Friday night scoreboard, you were like, holy fuck, we're in for like an unbelievable weekend. And then Saturday happened and it was so
Bryson
bad.
was charging. Bryson got to 6 and then found the water and all the wheels
Bryson,
fell off.
that's just what Bryson is now. It's like he's one of the best golfers and then just falls off on.
But he did just win like last year.
You know, yeah, no, I know. I'm saying this.
Also,
like,
Ron made a run there for a second, and then obviously just like died.
at one point was Scheffler. It
was tied. He was tied with Scheffler.
No, I'm saying like Rahm was like.
Oh, I was just saying like yes,
winning,
yes,
and then
yes.
all of a sudden he kind of.
It's hard
He
to
went to live.
But he's been in the mix a lot. Like he won because he won the one from Brooks last year. He won the. What did Ron win last? He won a major last year, right? Rom?
I thought it was.
Or was
like
that the year
2 years-
before?
That might have been 2 years.
Because it was one that Brooks collapsed, and then Rom won it, and then Brooks won the next major.
Yeah,
I forget which. Like it was U.S.
Could've
Open
sworn
and
it was 2
PGA
years
or
ago.
whatever it was.
I'm not a Tiger guy by any stretch, but it just shows you how great he was because his
It
peak
really
was so
does.
long. Like,
Yeah.
what other guys have peaks that long? It's crazy.
I actually think that I know you don't like this word. I don't think it will have it.
2023.
Tiger,
it's
never
2 years
again.
ago.
I mean, it
Masters.
happened with Nicholas like 20 years before that. I mean, it happens, Marty. Marty's never again guy. Never again. Never.
No, because the golfers are way better now. There's
Tiger's unique.
there's-
I think
there's
Tiger's incredible. All-time
There's
great.
10 really. There's 10 guys that you're like, holy shit, they're really like Tiger was better, way better than everybody at that time.
Yeah, but so was Nicholas and so was Palmer and so was go back.
They weren't winning with the level of dominance he was though.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't winning by like 15 strokes.
But they won more majors than him. Like that, they
Oh,
won.
well, not they. One guy did.
That's true.
saying the young.
Oh, how?
core-
But
And it was a much longer.
Palmer and Woods are how far apart? The Woods.
Yeah, what is Palmer? Maybe 11. Woods is like what 14.
I thought Palmer was more than that.
When Spieth won the Masters by 1 billion strokes and then won the U.S. Open in Washington, I thought he was going to just rip off.
But that's what.
Yeah,
I'm
see, that's
saying,
the thing.
though.
Like,
Then it
Tiger
never
was a
happened.
generational athlete,
Absolutely.
talent,
Yes.
golfer. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And I know he did have the injuries and he had the, stuff off the course with fucking everything that was going on. But he didn't even break it. Like, I think that if you talk about, like, one day in the summer, maybe we'll do it, unbreakable sports records, I kind of think Jack's major record is up there. And maybe would be, if you're doing a snake draft, I don't think it gets to 3 on the board if you're really using your head.
It's so hard to win a golf tournament.
You think
One is
it's impossible to win a major.
It's just
Well, all right, hold on.
hard.
Palmer only won 7. Is that true?
Maybe.
Probably. I mean,
Crazy. I already won more than that for some reason.
I know he never beat
I think
Woods.
there's someone else that won more between him and.
Him and yeah.
Kirk's watching this and his brain's just exploding.
So, I mean,
Oh, he knows.
I mean, even Mickelson. Did Mickelson win? So he won at least 6, I think.
All right, unbreakable sports records, like off the top of your head.
no matter
Ripken,
what. One is.
Maybe,
One is
maybe,
Gretzky.
They said Gehrig when I was growing up.
maybe 100 in a game.
One is Gretzky.
Maggio.
That's not even a
Gretzky.
question. One's Gretzky.
Maggio.
No one's ever.
Maggio.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Come close.
No
And-
one's ever
But
gonna
I
make
think you got to put Jack. I think you got to put Jack in that group.
Clemmer.
He's up there.
That one is never going to be broken.
Which one?
Gretzky's points.
Yeah, Gretzky's points on
I
that.
don't know why.
It's
Because Ovechkin just
No,
broke his
Ovechkin.
goal record and it isn't even anywhere near
and
him.
you could take away all of Gretzky's assists and he still wouldn't have beaten him.
What if there's rule changes? I don't know. I
all of Gretzky's goals.
This one
I
is
think.
like this one is so nice.
Marty, I think all of Gretzky's goals.
Goals, sorry,
not-
goals. Yeah.
I think Cy Young's 5'11" is probably harder to beat than
That too.
than
Because of
Gretzky.
how they've changed pitching, but
Yeah,
pitching,
for
but they
sure.
could. But then, hey, to your point, they can change the pitching rules.
Absolutely. That's what
they've
you'll never hear me say something is unbreakable. Because
No,
when
they-
I was growing up, they
I
said the
think
number one unbreakable record in sports was Lou Gehrig. No one's ever going to break Lou Gehrig's record. It's all go back and read.
Favre's consecutive.
Favre's up there, big
Favre-
time.
dude, the NFL and how fucking like concussions, they just like rule you out now.
What's Mahomes at right now?
Consecutive.
Yeah.
Not many because he
No,
missed.
he's missed.
Missed.
Oh, he did
yeah.
miss.
You want to know? I think I know Allen's because every like the last
Allen's-
like 2 years,
Allen's is-
That's who I meant.
he takes a snap in week 18,
Yeah.
17
That's who
just
I
to
meant.
keep it going.
Yes.
Allen's got one. He's up there.
What else did I?
Was Eli
114 is Allen.
Eli got the closest anyone
Favre was
had in a
3
long
something?
time. Yeah. Eli, I think, got in like the high ones. I think. Maybe even 2. Maybe I thought high hundreds he got into.
Favre was 297.
Jesus Christ.
Regular season.
I think
You
Eli got,
include
like,
playoffs. It
one-
was 321. That dude would play through like
Yeah.
death.
and Bosco? What was your
Eli just
last-
got benched.
What was your last thing?
I think 2 more actually. I texted
Two more.
Wow.
They're all. It's,
All right, hurry up because I got some too.
Hey, we gotta do Subway Series.
Yeah.
all right. I was trying to avoid that filibuster. I texted Whitney last night, not being a major hockey guy. I'm like, tell it to me like I'm dumb. What is the Leafs comparison to the NFL? Are they the Cowboys where there's a ton of hype and they never kind of deliver? Are they the Jets where they're just a dumpster fire franchise? Like,
No.
what are the Leafs?
Cowboys feels right.
Cowboys feels right.
Because at least they get there. The Jets haven't made the playoffs.
Whitney said that he goes, it's so embarrassing there is none, is kind of what he said.
So embarrassing because they have like
They don't even have it. It's that pathetic, is what he said.
No, it is. I mean, they're the
Yeah.
most hype in the world. They always have the hype. They have the best players. Austin Matthews is literally like one of the best players, and they just can't do it. Every year, it's like, oh, the Leafs are gonna do it. They never do it.
They've made the playoffs the last 9 years.
Yeah, that's Cowboys' turn.
Whitney
They've never
said-
made it out of
Yeah,
the second
Cowboys,
round.
sorry.
That's tough.
Cowboys haven't made it
Last
9 years in a row, but
No, but it's not the Jets.
a lot of hype. No, yeah, I agree. I didn't know the story, so I don't know how
Did
many.
you see that stat
Yeah.
about the Sabres?
I'm saying the stat that Whitney said something about the Oilers this year have more wins than the Leafs have in their whole like playoff series. It was something crazy. Like that's how bad the Leafs are. It's embarrassing.
Since 04-05 lockout, the Sabres have twice as many series wins as the Leafs. They haven't made the playoffs in 14 years.
Jesus
Sabres
Christ.
Off the top of your head, I think people are getting a little too recency bias. Is Jalen Brunson a top 5 Nick all time?
Top 5, yeah, but he's not 4.
Top 5?
He can't be top 4.
He might have like just snuck in.
He's got to
there,
win
probably.
to get the top 4, but you can't top. You really can't top the top.
Ewing, Frazier,
like
who am I forgetting?
Reed.
Bernard King.
Reed,
Reed and,
Bernard King,
Yeah.
and then who would be 5?
Him.
Ewing and then him out. Like
Yeah, no. Ewing, Clyde,
Willis.
Willis.
They didn't even throw Willis in there.
Jeremy Lin.
King's there. Bernard King.
Yeah,
Bernard
Bernard
King,
King. For sure,
yeah.
yeah.
But he's over Melo. Anyone who makes the Melo argument is not watching
If
basketball.
he were to win this one, he has a legitimate
Melo's
chance
just the
to
most
win.
recent one that could have.
If he wins, every conversation's open with him.
Yeah.
He could easily get to 1, but
Yeah.
he's not in the. You have to win to get to the top 4.
Yes,
Yeah, I agree.
He can't crack that.
I said he has
but
to
he's
win.
5.
Yeah.
He's 5.
Yeah.
Like anyone who brings up the Melo shit, I don't know what you're watching.
Melo won 1 playoff.
Oh, we didn't
series.
win with Melo.
he
Now
won
credit to
2.
Melo.
I
You know,
think
he
2
was
playoff series.
he shouldered the franchise, but they never did anything.
He
Maybe
was
it
a
was
lot
one. You're
worse.
right.
He
Maybe
was
it
a
was
lot worse with Melo.
He shouldered the franchise.
What Jalen Brunson has.
Riggs blog that says Ewing,
That's true.
DeBuscher, Frazier, Reed, and Jalen Brunson.
You don't agree?
So he doesn't have Bernard King in there?
I'd have King over to Bush. I mean,
Gotta
it's
have
all like, yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I think
King.
DeBuscher is.
Seems
yeah,
crazy, right?
Gotta have King in there.
King not being there is kind of wild.
I agree with that.
Gotta have.
Oh, yeah.
It's those 3, Ewing and Brunson. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I think Brunson, yeah, if he won it this year, it's wide open. I think if he just kept the longevity, he could pass Ewing if he just like stayed a long time and won playoff series and things like that. But yeah, if he wins one, it's all like everything's on the table.
Subway Series, Yankees take 2 of 3.
Mets are in serious trouble.
Yeah, they,
Guy, we're a half a fucking game up on the Phillies.
Oh my God.
there you go. There we
Rico
go.
to tank.
Rico, we just had our 3
hey,
worst pitchers go. Like it's all right.
I
We're
don't think-
let's talk to series.
on pace to win 100 games,
I don't
Rico.
think Rico's that wrong.
What are the Phillies on pace to win?
Phillies are good too, but like
We had a big lead.
Phillies just lost their closer.
Fighting.
We
All
can't
right,
be talking
whatever.
about the standings
No,
in the
you
middle
can't.
of fucking
Let's
May.
talk to series
you
before we
can.
get into that. But
Ked?
I thought the atmosphere
I'm with
was incredible all weekend. Playoff atmosphere. the Soto stuff, obviously being there last night, like the whole crowd just rises when Soto's up. It's like gladiator.
Why did he say no? He didn't want to be mic'd.
Apparently, he begged off of the mic. He didn't
Yeah,
want
because he didn't. Because he.
I'd assume they're going to ask a judge question. He
Because
doesn't
he's
want to
in
answer.
He already said he would.
And-
Only said he was going to ask a judge question.
And the people behind them,
Well,
I'm
like,
sure they don't want to deal with any of
They're
that
gonna
shit.
ask the same questions they've asked him 20 fucking times.
I agree. No, those interviews are just.
He doesn't want to like accidentally say on the mic like, "I wish I was still
And
here."
Why is that so important? That's such a weird. Okay, so here's what we know.
Why is that weird?
Team interviews are done.
We know for a fact he chose the Mets over the Yankees because he did, right? We also know for a fact that Aaron Judge did not contact him in the offseason. We also know for a fact that Yankee security gave his family a hard time. We know those things. So why do you think that he wants to be Yankee so bad?
Sources, one. Two, I think that like how excited he was to see everybody, the way he was acting at this, the way that he got booed here and he didn't want to be on a mic and he's like kind of wanted this series to get the fuck away. He also isn't playing that great. He's playing.
He's been pretty good.
A 134 WRC plus.
I mean, like if you look
This
at
weekend.
You guys are like, listen, he's not playing up to Soto standard right now. That's just what it is.
I don't think he's that
that's
far
fair.
below though. Like he's
I mean,
been
if
really
he did
good.
what he's
I
doing
was
for his
shocked
career,
he didn't hit a home run this weekend. Like he's a guy who rises.
he only had one hit.
Yeah.
I was shocked Trent Grisham didn't hit a home run.
Well, he walked a lot though. Like that's the thing. It's like,
What, 3 times?
Stole 2 bases.
I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, but see, you
They
guys
kept,
like doing
they
it.
kept
like,
Lindor, Pete, and Soto.
But he's had a really good year. He's been really good.
It's like, why isn't he doing the Soto shuffle?
You don't.
He's not.
I don't care.
You know what he doesn't do
He's
anymore
not
either?
shuffling.
Who are you
so
following
minor.
that cares about?
There's so.
I haven't heard one person.
No,
Oh my
no,
god!
they're
Oh,
all-
I've seen
There's
that.
There
so
are
many,
people.
dude. I don't know how if you're not on Mets Twitter then.
I am. I am.
you're
What-
not.
what? I'm following the right people. apparently.
No,
You know, there's a lot of people.
there are
following
people
me.
he's
that say that they're
entrenched
all
in-
morons.
He doesn't jump.
I understand it
This
more,
is
but
so
it's
minor.
funny.
He doesn't jump when he round start after a home run. He doesn't do the like really jump
He
in
doesn't
the
look
air thing
comfortable.
anymore.
He doesn't look
What are we
comfortable.
doing, guys?
I said it was minor.
Come on,
He looked
guys.
very sad this weekend. I thought he
Yes,
looked very sad.
he
Like
did.
he throws the ball back into the infield and he's just kicking dirt and he looks so sad.
Yes.
It's like the Yankees did a double. Listen,
sad.
it was a great weekend for the Yankees.
If he wanted to stay in the Yankees, why don't you just Yankees give a very good offer?
Because Mama Soto didn't want it.
Like that is like that. It's
Mama Soto.
that whole line of thinking, that narrative is so bizarre.
also
to me.
gave more money.
But the Yankees gave a really good offer.
They still gave
like
a lot more money.
to the point of,
They
like-
wanted the box to hang
It was a
out.
family. It was
Yeah,
all
they
the
They wanted the
family.
box to hang out.
I wanna go to
Almost
free games.
positive that's what happened.
I want to go to a free game.
Also, there are people here. I don't have the Judge might not have had his number. In fairness,
Yeah, all right.
so I didn't contact him. I'm giving Judge the benefit of that.
I
I'm a
think
Met fan,
it's
giving Judge
also.
the benefit
I
of
think
the
it's
doubt.
also.
He might
like,
not have had his number.
He's a grown
Couldn't have
man.
gotten Enrico.
He's a grown man. He's gonna make his own decision. Judge, he just spent a whole year with him. Why is it to call him? They're probably talking about it all year.
Hey, guys, we want you back.
You don't think they talk about it all year, saying we want you back? I think he.
So then,
I think
so you,
Juan
talk,
Soto
so,
knew.
so you don't send one message from now and from.
No, I think
for
it's
a 2-month period.
really normal. I think if you
Okay.
spend a year with somebody, being like, you want to come back, like we want you back, but do what's best for you and your family. What is he gonna keep calling him for? He's
Not
told
keep
the whole
calling him.
time.
Send him a text in November or December.
That would have changed it.
Maybe we don't know.
Let me tell you something.
It's weird he didn't.
I don't think it
Cody
is.
Bellinger.
I would say this Bellinger guy in the outfield.
Cody Bellinger's
Pretty good.
turning
Bellinger's
shit
good.
around.
Bellinger's a good player.
And his
Paul
swing's looking
Goldschmidt.
good.
Good.
Goldie.
Good.
Paul Goldschmidt's been very good. I don't know if he'll keep up. But he's been very good.
We are.
Goldschmidt's having a great year.
Cy Young went down. We just got another Cy Young.
Freed.
Oh, Fried's
Freed's
awesome.
been a blast.
Fried
man.
is like
Fried's awesome.
Freed's been. The Mets did a good job of working his count to get him so he couldn't get to
Yeah.
the 7th. So
the
that
first
good
inning
on
was,
them.
The first inning was a 1-2-3 inning, but it was like 28 pitches.
Yeah, it was like.
That's what you got to do against the guy. I mean, right now he's Bob Gibson.
Man, he's just
Full
so
outfield,
lucky.
1-2, we are right.
That
Full outfield,
breaking
yeah.
ball that he struck
yeah.
out Soto with was disgusting. A knee bender. My biggest takeaway, because you can't take too much out of a May series, and I actually thought Canning pitched well. I like what I saw. The Mets bullpen ain't it.
No, it's not
There's not a lot of guys that come out of that pen that I'm scared of.
They were really good in April, but you're starting to see some of those innings taxed.
You just
again,
know you can't trust those. Like, there's no.
like Brazaban escaping that inning. Like
Yeah.
he tried his hardest to walk.
Yeah.
And what Kranick? What's his name? Kranick.
Kranick.
Yeah, he's.
Well, Kranick's is kind of a spare arm, but like Stanek is someone in theory you kind of rely on, but he throws 100, but it's straight.
Stanek
Just
has
throw,
had, like,
he
5
just
games
goes,
this
hey, I'm
month
going to
where
throw
he's been
100.
Now, you can always get relievers at the deadline. That's the easiest thing to get. But I'm just saying that was my biggest takeaway was seeing them. Was
That's fair.
I'm not really scared of that bullpen outside of Diaz, and obviously Diaz can
The thing-
have bad nights too. But like the Yankees are throwing fucking Johnny Lasagna. Holy
That's
shit!
awesome.
That was
That's
good. We'll see how long he can stay healthy. healthy, but like, man, it looks
favorite
good right
thing is,
now.
like, the-
Lighter's been good.
The Yankees and everyone, like, because Mets fans are always like, obviously, I was having fun last night, tweeting a ton about it. It's fun that the Mets are like relevant and good. Like, when you
It made for a great weekend.
really good
Absolutely.
New York teams, it's fun when we could actually talk shit to each other. Because then it's like Mets fans get all like pissy, like Clemmer like talking about last year.
That was fun. I was having fun. That's not fun for me to do that.
No, that was.
I was having a blast.
I thought you were better than that.
I said no, absolutely not. I said the tweet out. I was cackling to myself. I had a good time reading the replies. That was fun for me. That was a good. That was fine.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
And that's what makes it fun. Like the Yankees Mets thing is fun
But it
because
was also
both teams are at first place.
The
Right?
atmosphere was fucking insane. Even on TV, you could hear how fucking loud it was, and like that Grand Slam was awesome.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
What is WRC plus?
We had runs created plus,
Yeah, but,
basically
like,
100
see,
league
like,
average.
it's just, there's other categories. What about the other categories that you
What
don't
what
show?
it's
on
also-
base is really good.
it's
And like
also league
OPS plus
adjustment
is
and
really
home
What
run.
good.
about happiness?
Like he's
0.
He's batting two.
You guys, that's the thing is you guys need to make shit up. Like
He's batting
Look,
two-
like
Oh, I'm busting your balls.
no, you guys have been saying this since day one since he signed. He wished he was with the. Then why didn't he sign with the Yankees?
because
His family got a box.
yeah. What do you mean?
Why don't you guys give him a box then? I don't know what to tell
want
you.
it.
Don't
We
give
don't.
anyone.
I don't know what to tell you.
Because
Don't do
he's
it.
not. He's,
Good lord.
I think baseball's got too many acronyms.
Think so?
Way too many. WRC.
I don't like that WRC
Oh,
plus
no.
can't be said easier.
you're
That I don't like.
right.
Okay.
No,
It's a good stat.
Baseball
I don't know.
nerds
I just
like
wish you could
them,
say it easier.
Which,
Well, no, it's-
no. The acronyms. There's so many of them.
Dude,
He's right.
WRC
It's
plus
also like-
sounds like you pitched me on a stock.
Yes.
It's WRC plus. You see that?
It's a
about
good
6
stat.
points.
It's a question of like, do
Each
people
year-
want to learn the new stats? And
Each
you have
year
people
is a
that
new
don't.
stat.
And then other things sound like medical diseases. Too many acronyms.
But you're all right. There's too many. Like, there's a new stat that everyone gets obsessed with, and it's like, well, now if you say anything about average, do they think you're an idiot? Which is also stupid.
Well, I mean, batting average only tells a fraction of the story. Why not tell the whole story? Or why not? Why not look at other things?
You also think RBIs don't matter. So
I never said they don't matter. I said they're not a predicative element of future success because they're too lineup dependent. That's, I think, a pretty fair statement.
I don't think it's fair. I think it's a statement.
What's unfair about that statement?
I think that it's a very it also shows your clutchness as well.
Well, here's what I would write. Here's the stat I would want to see: how you do with runners in scoring position. Like how many
Let's bring up
RBIs?
those Juan Soto runners and scoring positions.
That's fine. And that,
Oh, yeah, bring it up.
that's a
That's
fun.
not good this year. I know
Bring
that.
it up, Phil.
You can bring that up.
You brought it up.
No,
Bring
he
it
ain't
up,
bringing that
Phil.
shit up.
I'll just say I think it's 1 for the last 20.
Oh,
So that is right. So that's a lot more indicative to me than RBI is because that's telling me more of a story.
yeah. He,
Positive regression exists. Like he's not gonna be 1 for 20 like that much like this year.
No, I'd look at the full I'd go with the biggest sample size as possible. You want to look at the whole season for that. But that's a fair.
regardless,
thing.
I thought the Subway Series was awesome.
5 for 38 with runners in scoring position.
That's bad.
And that's not good.
yeah, but
That's
it'll
bad,
be better.
guys.
Because
And that's-
baseball season's so
No,
fucking
it'll be
long.
better.
I agree.
70% of the season left.
Why is it going to be better?
Because he can't be worse. And he
But
hasn't
also
tried
no,
to be
I'll
better.
say why it's
0 for
better.
20.
I'll say why it's better.
You know who's regressing on the other side
Because
of that?
his career has told us it's going to be better.
Yeah.
And he's not a player on the decline. Like, it'll get better, but that to me is a lot more of a telling stat than an RBI, plus or minus.
He's the
is.
furthest thing I have from a concern to this team right now.
I know.
I agree.
But
Bullpen
on the
is my
opposite
number one.
side of the regression. Pete Alonso's coming back down
Yeah,
there.
that's
He
part
is.
of it.
He
Francisco
absolutely is.
Lindor's coming back down there. But all 3 of those guys were held in check this weekend.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
That's true.
We should have swept, honestly. Should have fucking won
Should've.
Saturday. Was your brain melting with DJ LeMahieu just hitting line drive?
I mean, it was
good series.
I mean, like,
I was being there
series.
live
On the ball.
can I also say the Mets also we didn't get to pitch Senga. You guys got to pitch Fried. Like the pitching matchups worked in your favor.
We also have.
I'm
better,
not saying you didn't.
But we also have you said you only had one pitcher that you couldn't pitch. Like we had.
Well, also Clay Holmes. I would have rather had Holmes pitch instead
yeah,
of
but
McGill.
it's not someone where I'm like, oh, whoa, like.
Well, you don't say whoa, but the rest of the
Clay.
people would.
Yeah, but like you made this thing where it's like we got to pitch this. First of all, it's obviously just chance, and
course.
second of all, it's like we just have a better pitching staff than you.
I mean, that's not okay.
Long term,
I don't think you do.
Long term, I
A,
don't think we
B. The other thing is the other element of this is that I would rather have. Now you may not think Holmes is better than McGill. I do, and I'd rather have had Holmes pitch instead of
That's
McGill.
fine, but you don't think that right now, for this
I would have
whole
had Senga
season-
pitch.
This whole season, you don't think the Yankees have a better starting pitcher than the Mets?
A better start pitching staff
Yes.
as a whole. I don't know. I mean, you guys are pitching Cookie out there for what's the ERAs so far this year?
just say-
Well, let's pull up the numbers.
For the whole year.
No, let's pull. No, Meek, pull up the numbers.
That's not what the question is.
But we can go by what we've seen so far.
No,
the
I'm
Mets
saying-
starting pitching staff has been sensational.
Right now, whose staff would you rather have?
That's what I'm saying. That's a fucking question.
That's the question.
Not talking about now.
Right now, whose staff would you rather have?
Just ask. You're asking
guys-
a different
I'm not
question.
counting Luis Seal. He's not here yet.
Right.
I don't know.
But that also is.
So
something that you get back.
obviously Fried. I would.
Brady, Rodon, Clark.
So
Warren.
Clark, I don't trust because he's not durable or he hasn't proven to be.
He's been his last
Warren,
few starts, very good.
Well, yeah. Once again,
Good pitcher.
he needs to be able to show me he can pitch 170 innings a season. Can he do that? I don't know. Warren, I don't trust.
I wish Garrett Cole was healthy because the Mets usually always hit versus him.
I mean, if you guys had Cole, obviously I would choose your staff, but
It's just a fact.
Rodon's been really good. Clark's good. Warren's
Rodon,
seems to be
I don't trust. You guys don't trust him either. You guys were talking about him last year. I don't
there
wanna-
is
I mean-
more of a trust this year with him.
He's
I think so
been a
too.
lot
Yeah,
better
he's
this
been
year.
very good.
There's more of a trust with him this year. There's always that like uneasy. There's always gonna be a little uneasiness with him, but it does feel like he found something and he's been consistent with it.
I'd rather have your bullpen, but you'd probably rather have our lineup. That's fine.
I don't think I'd rather have your lineup.
Okay.
Your lineup's like
Definitely want my bullpen.
Our lineups are a lot closer than you thought.
They are.
But also, like
They are. No, they are.
I didn't think that was gonna be the case either.
know.
There are guys that I think are outperforming, but so far
Ben Rice 149 or WRC.
Well, Ben Rice has had a bad May, and I think Ben Rice is coming down. Talk about coming down to earth. That's an example. Of one.
149 WRC plus.
Yeah, he had a fantastic April. He seems to be coming down to earth a little bit.
WRC plus. We can't show you our WRC plus. Let's do some picks. Hubs, what do you got tonight?
Boy.
C plus.
Well, I was saying we should do. Well, we got the King of the Diamond. That's a fantastic contest DK is doing. I feel like we should all pick a guy.
I'm on Schwarber tonight on that.
You're on Schwarber.
Yep.
I have an interesting name.
Do we all just pick a guy? You can pick up to 5 in a parlay, I believe.
I'm on PCA.
You got PCA.
He's on fire.
I'm
take a
gonna
look
take
at
an
that.
A, because I love that park. I'm gonna go with Soderstrom, plus 560. No, that's a 550. 550. Tyler Soderstrom. I feel like we should all pick a guy. There's good bonus bets coming out of this thing. Like if you just get the name of the game, you hit a home run, your guy hits a home run, and if that team is the highest scorer, then you split the share with everyone.
If you
who
had
hit.
Wilmer Flores on Friday, you would have had $4,000 in bonus bets.
Amazing, awesome contest, King of the Diamond.
Wilma Flores.
Yeah, 3 home runs.
He's fucking
Three.
having a great
Dude,
year.
he's having a good career.
No, that's the next example though. I will say of RBI is not being predicative. Like he's has as many RBIs as Giants have game played. I'm guessing that won't keep up. And I'm guessing that's more lineup.
I like the Diamondbacks plus 124. Dodgers just got swept at home by the Angels. They're going through a weird thing. They're starting Kanak. Is it Knack or Kanak?
Nah.
Knack.
Knack. They're starting Knack. So Fott is. I'm always gonna be a Fott guy. I just like his arsenal and the way he shapes his pitches.
He's having a good year.
Yeah, I'm gonna take so I have the Diamondbacks plus 124, and I'll go Phillies. No, that's a juicy run line. Cardinals minus 1.5 plus 136 at home.
My pick of the day. I've been doing this.
I liked this the other day.
Yeah,
I
this.
didn't want to compliment you, but I'm doing
God
it.
forbid.
Doing it now.
All right,
The
thank you.
two
You've
are.
still been horrible.
He has.
What's that?
You've still been horrible.
It was a
I have
creative.
to. Well, at
new
least I
bet.
do it every day, Mario.
It was a new-
At least I have commitment.
It was a new creative bet. The
first
2
of
and run
all-
thing. I liked it a lot.
First of all,
Did you win it?
I have.
I won one, lost one.
Okay.
So I guess I'm up by because I've been doing plus money on them. So I'm doing this again. So it's these pitchers need to give up 2 earned runs or more. Mitch Keller, Kyle Freeland, and Landon Knack, and that works out to being plus 105. I don't know. We're trying this out. I'm definitely have had a bad year. Some of us do it every day. Some of us don't.
If I don't do it, I'm actually. If you followed me right now, you're up. If you followed Clemmer, you're down. So which one would you rather? Fair point.
But we'll see. Well, maybe
I am
I'll
up
finish
right
the year
now.
strong, or who knows?
Who knows? Maybe I'll start again.
Maybe starting. I mean, I'm sure that'll last a while till you forget or whatever.
So at least you don't have
Weird
to
excuse
remember.
you make.
At least you don't have to pick 3 pitchers to get a plus 105 bet.
What's wrong with that? If it works.
A lot.
Well, you could get 2 runs though.
It's a lot.
I guess.
A lot to go right for plus 105.
I don't think it is a lot to go right. I think. See, here's the thing with giving up 2 runs: is either you get bombed or you're in long enough to give up the 2 runs. I think that's why the 2 is the magic number as opposed to say 3.
Do you worry about his team committing an error behind him and those
Of
runs
course,
unearned?
of course. And you're always worried about a guy getting hurt. Right. Those are the 2 things I think can fuck you. But I think it's an interesting thing. I'm trying stuff,
You're
Marty.
trying.
I'm trying stuff, see if it works.
Is that it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also on the Mets money line tonight, and we are on me, you, and Ev, did the 3-pick parlay, which is on DraftKings right now, plus 313. Pitchers to win the strikeout race: Mitch Keller, Senga, and Robbie Ray.
I love that.
Oh, you Robbie Ray.
I got Cubs -1.5. I have the Pirates. I love all the Skeens talk, like of just trading them, like get them
It's a
out
complete
of there.
game.
What was with the? Why is everyone joking about that?
Because
Getting traded?
because he's in a small market.
No, joking about the complete game thing. Did they tweet it wrong? They had 8 innings pitched or something.
Well, it's
It was 8
complete
innings.
loss.
It was a
he
complete game and
won.
lost.
He only gave 1 run in 8 and lost the game.
Got
Still
it.
a complete game.
They're
No, I
3-7,
know. I
Paul
thought
Skeens
I saw a
starts.
bunch
It's
of
just like he's turning into DeGrom a little bit. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you're right.
nothing better.
we get DeGrom on Wednesday
Nothing
or
better
something.
than a pitcher that's that good on a bad team. That's a dream.
You love to be the
be
pitcher.
that guy.
No pressure. You're saying?
Everyone, no, there's really no pressure. 'Cause
Actually, don't get to stake any wins though.
I don't think he really cares about.
I
Obviously,
do.
he does.
I think you're wrong.
Well, his shtick is.
I think it kills him.
Nothing hate. I hate nothing more than his shtick. But,
Oh, Marty.
What, the robot stuff?
yeah, he's just lying.
I think he's I don't know. He's like an Air Force guy.
Oh, you love him. You love him.
I'm a
I would. I
Skeens guy.
want.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
a shtick. I think
Oh,
he's just
it's
like a
yeah.
boring guy.
That's it. That's a bad take by Marty.
I can't see
What are you,
him
Meek
being
Phil
like
now? What is that?
I mean, I don't know why is it a bad take.
can't see
Said
him
he
being
seems
like,
know nothing.
He's like a good guy.
You think at home he's like unwinding and
What
he's
did I
just
say?
like,
Anything about him being a bad guy?
I don't think it's like shtick. I
Nothing
think it's like who he is.
You never said bad guy.
None of
You never said bad guy. But I think it's
You
like
think
this
at
is who he
home
is.
Paul Skeens is like a fun-loving?
I think he knew what GQ was. I think that was a shtick. You don't know what GQ is.
I think he
you're
might
lying.
not have.
Yeah, it's crazy.
magazines
Got
don't
you
mean
all
as much
looking, all
anymore.
wrapped around his finger.
Magazines
Yeah,
aren't
I
the
like
same
him.
thing anymore.
Dude,
I wish they were. I love
I think it's
magazines.
pretty easy to not know GQ.
you're crazy.
Where's he from again?
He went to like Air Force Academy.
But I think he's from like the South or like the.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he ever. He's not. Doesn't seem like someone that would care.
I think a guy who would be going to the Air Force and
Yeah, like right.
Got him under.
He's from Fullerton, California.
is like very boring. Like,
You know,
Born and raised in Orange County, California.
That goes to Marty's.
That's way on me.
But I don't think
He's not from
no.
fucking Alabama.
I also don't think magazines. I don't think kids know a lot of magazines anymore.
I don't know what magazines
I don't think they
are.
do either.
GQ is
GQ is
the
not
most-
like GQ is like big, obviously, but I think I don't
like everyone.
I don't think
knows
it's the craziest thing for some like 4-year-old to not know GQ.
20 years ago, yeah, that's crazy, but
insane
not
to me.
anymore.
I don't think it's that
I
crazy.
don't think so either.
And when he lived in Orange County, California, you know what GQ was.
I mean, big county.
I like that.
Yeah.
Big county.
I don't
County.
I don't even concede that point. He's not from the South or Midwest, I guess.
Because you're living like basically LA.
Wow, LA is a big city.
Yeah, I think it's-
We also don't. I don't know. I don't think kids give a shit about magazines.
Wrapped
they
around.
don't.
Wrapped around. Yeah,
If you think he's like the mics come off and he's like unloosening the tie and just
Yeah.
like, what's
No way.
up, boys? Like I don't
No
think
way.
that's him.
No way.
'Cause, I mean, his girlfriend's kind of she's very like plain Jane as well. Like they both don't have personality.
Meek better.
Yeah, nice woman.
Livy's more out there than him.
But I don't think she is some big person. Like she gets on the mic, she's not like
No,
she's not talking crazy.
Okay, fair.
They both, I think, are they're both very mild mannered.
But she also like puts herself out there. Like she likes the attention of the public. I don't think he.
Oh no, that
Yeah,
fine with that. Yes, fair. But I'm saying when they both get on a mic, they're not just like talking. Like,
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
like, they're both very mild mannered, very like.
This is what
her PR people keeps her like away from mics
This is
because
what
she's so boring. They have to be like
This is what Pick Central's about. Is
breaking down how
mean,
personable Livy Young is.
Meek, all I need to know is we need to know this better be on TikTok today. Is Paul Skeens' shtick a shtick?
Wait, what are you saying?
Do you think Paul
Skeen's a stick or is he just boring guy?
Listen to the whole
think
conversation.
I am listening to the conversation. I just didn't hear the word you said, shtick. I think he is just generally a
have a question.
boring dude.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that's a shtick.
Whose life would you rather have? I've asked this in the blog. Timothy Chalamet right now or Paul Skeens?
Chalamet.
Chalamet, easy.
So it depends if you want to be in the spotlight.
No,
so
I don't think it depends at all.
I think it does. I understand what he's saying. I understand the question.
You throw 100 miles an hour, you're
I
going to make.
understand it too. It is Chalamet.
But Chalamet can't do anything. Like, he can't go probably buy groceries or anything. Like, I bet Paul Skeens can.
I think
Skeens can definitely
yeah,
go
but I
like
think
that.
actually
Right, so it's like-
Paul
What-
Skeens can have like a normal life.
It's not about whose life is cooler. Because that's Chalamet's right
Right.
now.
Yes.
It's about what life would you prefer. Because you're going to have generational wealth.
that's fair.
Paul Skeens is
Yeah.
well in a few years.
If this girl's really good to him and stuff, I think that's a
It's
pretty
also
nice life.
just sick to throw 100 miles an
But
hour.
I think
Pretty great life.
Chalamet also
If
is.
you guarantee me he's going to secure the massive contract, then I guess I'd probably go.
Which
Skins.
isn't a guarantee because
Just
pitchers
get,
can
if you
fall
say at the
who
kicker
also
like
throws 100 miles an hour, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
You're right.
No.
But I think also, I get what you mean.
I think he's going to sign it.
Yeah.
He's also like Paul Skeens is still very famous. It's not like he's like people still know he's also with one of the most famous girls as well. So it's not like it's like his he can go grocery shopping. He gets stopped probably all the time too. That part is like that's why I think it's
Timmy's
not,
roped into that Kardashian family.
well,
though.
too. Now Chalamet
That part seems
a
exhausting.
bad-
That's
that's
exhausting.
might be one of the most famous people going right now.
Who?
Chalamet.
Oh, yeah,
No.
without question.
No.
But he's also like living in.
That's not the question. I'm not talking
understand.
about. It's about
He's the hottest young actor in the
It's
game.
all- it's a
Like,
preference.
Full stop. And
It's honestly-
one of the most talented.
I actually don't think there's a right or wrong answer. It's a preference thing. Would you rather be an MLB player who you could throw 100 miles an hour? You're fucking amazing at what you do. You're gonna make a ton of money. You obviously have the girlfriend as well.
And live in Pittsburgh.
And right, but so you're out of the mix.
wanna-
But then
Yeah, but that could be-
Chalamet, you are in it 24/7. You walk outside, and it's great. But it's a great life. You're
And I actually
the
don't
Knicks,
think
you're in
that's
these great
true.
movies.
I do think he can walk the streets of New York pretty well.
Skeens or Chalamet?
Chalamet.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, he does.
New York. Well, New York's a different animal. Anywhere else though,
That's what I'm saying. He lives in New York, so.
Yeah.
Do you think the Pirates should trade him?
should they trade him?
Should they trade him?
Yeah,
They should. They should not worry about trading him. They should worry about spending money on that offense.
Well, yeah, that's the correct answer.
They should sell the
Correct
team.
They're
That's
not
an
gonna do that.
embarrassing owner.
Correct.
Fuck them.
Trade him.
I feel bad for every fan in Pittsburgh.
Trade him when they have.
Deserve better.
Andahar and
I
Clint
wouldn't.
Frazier.
It's his second year. Will they have 3 more years?
4 more years.
Trade him in
And-
3 years.
And the other thing is his value is probably so high right now. Like no GM's gonna give up the prospect haul.
Yeah,
or
trade him
whatever.
at
Pass and
You almost want to
Hassan
get
said
2
they're
years
calling.
to control them, Marty. You get more back.
I don't.
Yeah, or yeah.
They're not going to trade him
They'll
this
never
deadline.
get equal value or proper value in this Paul Skeens trade.
All right, I got Cubs -1.5. I have the. I don't like. I have the over in the Cardinals game. I think both those pitchers suck. I have the over in the Rockies game, and then I have the Angels to beat the.
Who are the Tigers pitching?
I haven't announced it yet.
On
did.
DK, there's no pitcher.
They haven't announced it yet.
Pretty sure it's Montero.
Sometimes they'll do that with
So
him.
bullpen game. Okay, he goes bullpen.
And it's Sonny Gray who was.
I still don't have it. Thank you. I know.
He got rocked last game. I like the Cardinals there.
Yeah, I'm on the Red Sox money line, just a Sunday baseball fade.
Okay.
And I'm on the A's Angels over 9.5.
I took
Still taking overs in Sacramento.
So much fun.
I took Andy Pages for the home run contest, King of the Diamond.
Okay.
It's 500.
Okay.
And I'm taking the Brewers -122 is what I have it at.
Let me tell you, that was the
Andy Pajes.
I has.
worst tweet of Mincy's ever had in his life.
Oh
My
no.
goodness, which tweet?
Oh no.
That he Irish exited a wedding
Yeah.
to go to a concert that he's been to 47 times. That was the meanest thing I've ever seen.
Why would he say that?
Yeah, why even say
The whole Irish exit.
Don't say-
I
Just
actually
yourself.
think, I actually think you can't say you Irish goodbye if you tweet about it.
No, that's not an Irish.
Like the
goodbye.
Irish goodbyes, you don't say a
He
fucking
said I
word.
Irish exited a wedding.
look up and you go,
left at
"Where-"
7:10.
Yeah. 7:10. Wow.
Is this for this widespread panic?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
In light of recent Mincy developments, I've now opted out of all stories. I'm just out on Mincy.
What's the recent one?
He had a long talk when they
Had a
did.
conversation with them. They do.
Talking to people. I've opted out of
Did have a conversation and they do
those stories.
They do called me this week.
about what?
I don't want to disclose his news to disclose, but he's calling a lot of Barstool people. I'll put it that way.
Was it?
I like Nadu. I also understand why Rico doesn't like Nadu.
Been down this road.
Yep.
It's just like every year. It's like it's the squeeze out, and is he coming or is he not?
Couldn't care less. I got enough,
Definitely sound like you don't care.
You don't care at all.
enough problem.
Ben Men's tweet. I'm now seeing it for the first time. I mean, that's
Read it.
unbelievable. Irish goodbye at 7:15 from wedding reception. That's when the wedding starts, by
It
the way.
starts. You didn't even get the cocktail.
Cocktail hour.
That's-
For
In
yours.
Also, like, what if
Southern
what if
weddings
the family
are-
or they read
Southern
that? I
wed-
would feel
some-
shitty.
Some Southern weddings start early.
Start earlier.
Okay, fine.
But
But
My mom ain't gonna be happy when she sees this, but I think I'm gonna make the opener! Exclamation point.
The opener.
Opener.
I damn sure will
They
be.
give him another hour till 8:50.
I damn sure will be the best dressed on Daniel Island tonight. #WSP.
Shows him in a tux.
how insane!
Yeah,
is
you don't
that
even
tweet?
get like
105 replies,
you don't even
all
get
telling him
cocktail.
he's scum.
you don't even get cocktail hour.
It's also like
Well, maybe it was like Marty's wedding a cash bar. So it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Listen, Rico.
I brought it back full circle.
You didn't say
I brought it back full
I'm gonna
circle.
say something mean. I'm gonna say something mean.
I brought it back full circle. Relax.
Oh, very generous. I've never seen so much food at
Everybody
a wedding.
relax.
Getting close.
Never seen so much food at
Getting
a wedding.
close till I snap on you.
Everybody relax.
Oh, you relax. Because I'll snap.
That was a
Everybody
wonderful
relax.
wedding. Never.
Yeah, that you did not attend.
Everybody relax.
Remember, you did not attend the wedding.
relax.
You
All
had,
right.
You had fucking trees.
Yeah.
Cash bar. You had a tree.
Yeah, I've never seen so much food at a wedding.
Trees
Let
brought
the first one go. Try it one more time.
I figured I would go completely over the top with an unbelievable
Yes.
joke that everyone has to know.
Which, speaking of, that is a thing on TikTok now that people like are mad that people do open bars. That's crazy.
Oh no one should be mad. No one never judge somebody else's wedding. Everyone does the best they can.
I agree.
Don't be an
Do your
asshole.
own way. Don't worry about anyone
Don't
else.
ever judge somebody else's wedding. Life's too
judging.
short.
They're getting mad at people paying for everyone's drinks.
Oh, I just,
That's crazy.
just relax.
I can't
Go
get
to a
into-
wedding and enjoy
I
it,
can't
please.
get into like culture because a lot of people outside of the Northeast, it sounds like just have no decorum, and I can't. I can't. Like talk about just don't give gifts at weddings. They don't
give
come
a
with,
toaster.
They don't come with envelopes. They don't fucking.
Dude, everyone does the best they can. Everyone just do the best they can.
Not giving
Care, love,
giving
appreciate
gifts.
each other.
If you don't have an open bar, fuck off.
No, that's not true. Ed. That's not. No, there's a lot of people that can't afford that.
My godfather could afford it here, but I give him shit all